Thank you very much.
All right, good afternoon. I see a number of familiar people listed in this participant list. So, welcome everyone. I'm Janice Nickel, and I am that program director of the Assistive Technology Center at the Institute for Human Development, and I also coordinate the graduate certificate in assistive technology. And we're just going to run through about a 30-minute presentation today, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter, and then I will open it up to any questions you may have about the program. And if I can change my slides quickly, we will go. Here we go. All right, so just to lay the groundwork, what is assistive technology? And there are many, many different understandings and definitions of assistive technology. But one of the key pieces in many of the definitions is assistive technology is any item, piece of equipment, software, product, system. But the key piece is that assistive technology supports individuals with disabilities. And for me, it supports people with disabilities to do what they want and when they want to. And there's great value in having practitioners, whether they're educators, therapists, IT folks in school districts or in academia or in state programs, to be very, very knowledgeable about the assistive technology that can support persons across environments and activities. I'm going to do the who, what, when, and where approach to this presentation about the graduate certificate. And a lot of people do ask, who takes this graduate certificate in assistive technology? And I can tell you that we've had educators and speech language pathologists, OTs, PTs, vocational rehabilitation counselors. We've had a lot of family members, caregivers, and also technology specialists and IT specialists. So we provide a well-rounded program to a diverse set of professionals, but also to family members and occasionally consumers who may be looking at answers for assistive technology to themselves or to serve as a mentor for others. What is the Assistive Technology Certificate? The certificate is a 15 credit hour program. It is a graduate level expectation of coursework. It is very much so designed for the working professional and can be added on to graduate programs. It is formulated around developing basic skills, then specialization skills, followed by application of skills. So we take you through a path of development with this program. This is an overview of the courses that are offered in the program, and I'll briefly discuss each one of these courses. DIS 505 is the course that most people will enter this program taking. And this is a broad overview of assistive technology, looking at different categories of assistive technology and different areas across the field of disability that may be addressed with assistive technology. The broad course is followed by either DIS 526 or DIS 527. And the difference in those two courses is 526 is very much so focused for school age children and students up until about transition, whereas 527 is our application for adults. And that class covers a wide range of environments that adults with disabilities may participate in, whether it be academics, workplace, but also considering consumers who may be in group homes and structured work settings. So we try to provide in those two classes a very applied piece in those two different types of environment, whether it's that school-based or adult-based. During your second semester in this program, when you're taking either 526 or 527, you also do a fieldwork experience. And this course requires about 20 to 30 hours of observation of assistive technology environments. This could be an evaluation team, and you could observe an evaluation team doing different activities in different locations This could be a classroom where students are using assistive technology. This could be a workplace where persons are using assistive technology. It's a wide variety of options, and some students cater their observations to learn more about a variety of environments. So you might choose to do one environment or observe in multiple environments. The only key piece to that class is that we request that you not observe in your current work environment. We want to open up ideas and thinking in different environments. The second fall of the program is when you would look at DIS 521, and this is an assessment and effective practices in assistive technology. And this course really looks at evidence-based practices in the field and how to conduct an assessment. You will actually do writing of an assessment in this course in preparation for your capstone course. So we develop those skills there. Also in that second fall semester, you would select from an elective course. And your elective courses, typically we are offering both our literacy and our AAC course. We do have a few other course options, but at this moment in time, I know I will be offering literacy and AAC. Our literacy course covers the wide range from young children through adulthood and how to provide support for reading and writing through different types of assistive technology. Some of that technology is going to be as simple or basic as a pencil grip to hold a pencil, whereas higher tech technology might be using Dragon and Read and Write Gold and Kurzweil and a variety of different higher level softwares to support someone in an academic or workplace environment where they need access to written supports and reading supports. Our augmentative and alternative communication elective option is a course that again goes across the lifespan, beginning with early childhood all the way through supporting persons at end of life with communication. Augmentative and alternative communication addresses the area of communication when someone's unable to use speech and or language to support their daily communication needs. So we may introduce picture symbols or very specific communication devices or systems to support a person. Our application courses talk about both the theory, the practice, and also the assistive technology tools. And then the final course that is the wrap up for the graduate certificate in assistive technology is DIS 689, which is our capstone course. And the capstone course is designed around the student. And by this I mean you will propose an actual project that is highly meaningful to you and your workplace. We want to make sure that what you do in this capstone project will be carried out with consumers or in a workplace and has great value for those that you carry this out with. Some examples might be conducting an AAC evaluation. So a speech language pathologist may identify a student or adult that they work with that needs a communication device and actually go through the steps of identifying a team and working with that team to conduct the evaluation, and then to also secure the equipment and implement the equipment over the course of a semester. However, we also find that students are not always working in a clinical-based type of situation. So we've had students do evaluations of a work site and then determine the barriers within that work site and make changes within a work site. We've also had students who have evaluated skills of an agency. What assistive technology skills does this agency have? What changes need to be made and how will those be made? So that capstone, again, it's very much so catered to the individual student and then using the information that you've learned across the program and demonstrating that knowledge, skill, and set. Okay, so to talk a little bit about who we are and what type of team we are a program that uses a diverse team of clinical and academic instructors. I do teach the fieldwork, literacy, and the capstone course. And my background is in special education, speech language pathology, and I am also credentialed as an assistive technology professional through RESNA. Nicole Anderson teaches our DIS 505, the entry course in this program, and she's an occupational therapist and also an assistive technology professional through RESNA. Cheryl Belitsky is a physical therapist that teaches our DIS 526 and 527 and also the DIS 521. And Mary Keeney is a speech language pathologist who teaches our AAC course. When you look at, all of those professionals there, we actually bring together a comprehensive interdisciplinary team that should be working in the field of assistive technology, conducting evaluations and implementing assistive technology. We're not just an academic group, we are actually a practicing group, and we all do work in different areas across assistive technology. And to give you a little bit more information about the program, for example, when does the program occur? So we're a 2-year program, and we offer classes in the fall and spring. We do not currently offer summer courses. Students take 3 to 6 credit hours in the fall and the spring semesters, and the cohorts typically begin each fall. I prefer that students start as a cohort. I believe that a cohort model going through a program is a nice group of peers that you can work with on assignments, that you can study for exams for, that you can have discussions with, that really make for a richer program. On a case-by-case basis, we will look at spring admissions, and that is something that if you're interested in that, you would want to have a discussion with me. All right, let's flip to this next slide here. So where is this program offered? Well, we are an online coursework program. All of our courses are uploaded into a format called Blackboard Learn. You log into our system, and you can see there a shot of one of our courses. It's organized in a very linear format. You start at the top, go through the bottom, and there's many different activities to engage students, but it is an online component. We integrate video, we integrate activities, we integrate reading. It is, though, heavy on independent work and needing to be really committed to that regular logging into a course. We also do have some hands-on activity requirements. And the biggest hands-on activity requirement you'll find is in our DIS 526 and DIS 527. With both of those courses, we ask that students enrolled either come to NAU for a hands-on lab or join the lab via distance. I strongly recommend that students come to Flagstaff if you live in Arizona. You will join us in our Assistive Technology Center and be able to interact with a wide variety of assistive technology tools. You'll be able to interact with the instructors, have conversations about the tools and how the tools can be implemented with specific consumers. And it never fails that we get into some pretty good case study discussions during those labs. For those students who are joining us remotely, they will join through this Adobe Connect platform for about 15 hours. So it's a long 2 days of lab work, but it is very doable. You actually travel with a group from one lab station to the next lab station via an iPad or an Android and can see and hear and converse with your group. The only negative is you don't have every single tool that we'll have actually in our lab. However, we do send you a small set of assistive technology to use, and you can also check out assistive technology from different areas in your state or in your region, so that you'll have a lot of hands-on, and we work with you to get that equipment available. So why? Why do we have this program? Why do we feel it's a really, really important program to continue to support at the Institute for Human Development? And I think the first bullet is a really, really important bullet. And I did not cite that, and I need to go back and locate the citation for this. But when I was at RESNA last week, about a week and a half ago, it was said that only 5 to 15% of persons who need access to assistive technology have that access. I've been working in this field for a very long time, and to see that statistic, it's disheartening. We offer this program to ensure that anyone who needs assistive technology will have that access. There is definitely a shortage of persons knowledgeable about the selection of assistive technology as well as the implementation of that assistive technology for success. It's not just simply picking a tool and handing it to the individual. There's many steps that can be highly complex depending on the individual's needs. And simply, assistive technology supports access and inclusion across all environments and all activities. And I'd just like to hear that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it by all persons. Another reason that we support this program is to provide high quality evidence-based practices and also to support persons who may be interested in pursuing the RESNA credentialing. Our program provides a graduate certificate from Northern Arizona University. However, certification in the field of assistive technology is gained through RESNA. You would sit for an examination of competencies across the field of assistive technology and also related to many background fields. And information about that exam can be found at the resna.org. Why certification? Well, certification definitely promotes a standard for the field of assistive technology and high quality services. And there are many people interested in pursuing that option. Our admission requirements for our program are that you have a bachelor's degree in a field often related to disability. However, that is not a requirement. And then we also accept students into our program during their senior year of an undergraduate program. So for students at Northern Arizona University completing an undergraduate degree in special education, they can choose to start their graduate certificate in AT prior to graduation. We do look for that degree in a disability-related field or experiences working with individuals with disabilities. And those experiences can be discussed and described in your application. And if you have any question on whether your experiences are appropriate for this program, feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and I would be more than happy to provide you with that feedback. You obviously would need that computer with a high-speed internet. As we are an online program, you want to make sure that you have the technology often in your home or in a workplace that you can use on a regular basis to complete the activities of each course. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you have the ability to complete both the fieldwork and the capstone course requirements. If you don't have access to resources or you're not sure if you could complete those requirements, again, just give me a call or send me an email and I'd be more than happy to collaborate with you to identify how you could do those two required pieces. Okay. Application information. We are down to about the last 2 weeks for our application process. We will accept applications until July 15th. The application, you can download this PowerPoint and the links from those files on the right-hand side there. Tuition and fees is always a big question, and I do want to go through that. It is approximately $6,700 for a student in the state of Arizona to complete this graduate coursework program. That includes the tuition and the fees, and you would want to account for under $500 for textbooks and materials. We try to use multiple resources and as few high-cost textbooks as possible. However, there's many good textbooks out there that we do require. The other piece of our program is the availability of the Western Regional Graduate Program, and that allows students across those states that are listed there to pay the in-state tuition rate of Arizona. So you would also be eligible for approximately that $6,700 tuition component. The application process does require you to enter basic information and then to provide some information on your interest in the graduate certificate in assistive technology, as well as some writing requirements to demonstrate that you have the written skills to be able to enter into this program. We do not require any other testing, GRE type of tests to enter into this program. Okay, so I do want to take the reminder of this time to answer any questions. You can use that text box there above to just simply text any questions that you may have, and I'll try to give the best answer as I can as I get a little bit closer to my computer to text back to folks and also to speak back to you. If you would like a more personalized format to ask any questions, feel free to send me an email or just give me a phone call and I can provide that additional information. If you would like a program of study, I can also provide that. So simply send me an email and I will return those emails very quickly.